Alright, so I just picked up 5 more games and played them all on this journey to collect all 677 NES games. So let's go and find out exactly what games I got and what I thought of them. Alright, let's get started. A little quick updates. All these games that I collect, all 677, have to work. The reason why I say that is because I collected 6 games this week and only 5 of them work. And I'm not going to have a bunch of games that don't work just to complete this crazy long, insane journey that I'm embarking on. But what do we have here? Castlevania number 1. Yes, I paid $31.50 with tax and shipping for this game. I had 2 orders that I picked up. One was a solo game, this one, and then the other 4 came in a little lots, which was pretty nice. But this one I paid individually. And yeah, I played this game, and I played it when I was a kid, and I enjoyed it, and I liked it quite a bit. But the biggest issue, in my opinion, was that you could not save. Got a little scuffing here. But yeah, I think this game is a little too long to not have to. I mean, I guess they did that for a reason, and I kind of get it, but it would have been really nice, like a Castlevania 3, where you could have saved your progress and all that stuff, because this was a tough game, but it was a very good game, and it had very good music. But yeah, Castlevania 1 out of the 677. Let's move on. We got a lot of games to go over. Moving on. World Class Track Meets. Yes, I had this when I was a kid, but this game broke, so I had to rebuy it. Yeah, so this came in an auction of 4 other games that I think I paid with tax and shipping about $37. This is a fairly cheap game, but this was obviously a classic. That's another reason why I won't buy stadium events, because it's just too close to this particular game. But yeah, so that's exactly what you needed. The Power Pad, which was pretty big stuff in the obviously the late 80s. You'd roll it out on your living room floor, and then you'd have to actually run at it and hit the circles, and you actually get your feet going, and then you'd have to jump off of it to get over the hurdle and all that stuff. And that was pretty intense stuff. I don't even know if the Power Pads. I mean, I assume Power Pads still work on smart TVs. I assume it just goes to the Nintendo. But like, I think it was the Zapper for the Duck Hunts. Yeah, that does not work on a smart TV anymore. You had to have a tube TV for that. But this was actually a really fun game. I know they made so many issues of this, but I had a lot of good memories doing that. I think it was the hurdle, you had the triple jump, maybe the long jump, and then you had to go through all the different the meets and the competitors. You had like the cheetah and the llama, and I honestly can't remember it. I'm going off the top of my head, but this was actually a really cool game. So it was one of the games that I actually saw in the lot, and I thought it was a pretty good deal, so I picked it up. Yeah, let's move on. World Class Track Meets. Disney Adventures. Capcom. Yeah, this was a good game, actually. I played this also when I was a kid, but a lot of people kind of did not like it. Obviously, I can kind of get it. There wasn't a lot to it. I didn't even see that when I bought it. Used something, ripped off the price. Probably says like 99 cents or something. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't that terrible of a game. You had a lot of the Disney rides. You had geez, I can't even think. You had the Haunted Mansion, you had Pirates of the Caribbean, you had Thunder Mountain, where you had to actually pick the right track or you end up dying. Those were actually decent levels. Like the Haunted Mansion level was actually a pretty well done level, I thought. And then I think you had Topia and all that stuff. But I remember the problem was when I was a kid, you had to answer all the questions of like, who was this and what comic character, blah, 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 this, which I had no idea what the answers were. But all in all, this was actually pretty good. And obviously you had Space Mountain, which was actually a pretty fun level that I thought that I enjoyed a lot. But I did actually beat this game fairly quick. It was a short game in that regard, but I thought it was actually a pretty good game. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it more than I guess maybe most, but maybe there's some nostalgia factor to it. But let's get the ball rolling here. Moving on, Legendary Wings. This was a cool pickup. I played this game and I struggled with this game. I did play it when I was younger, but I probably haven't played it in about 25 years. And this one actually looks pretty clean. Obviously, it's always nice to have a nice sticker that isn't obviously all starting to get ripped off and all that stuff. But yeah, this was a pretty unforgiving game. You had 3 lives, and obviously It wasn't like Contra where you can just type in your code and get 30 free lives. Like, it was pretty unforgiving. If you got hit, you lost your powers and you were done. And I think you had like 3 retries or whatever. And I did never beat this game, but it was a lot of fun as far as just overall gameplay is concerned. But yeah, this was actually a pretty cool pickup because this is not a super cheap game. This is like a $10 to $15 game. To find this in the lots and have it work actually instantly, which is pretty cool because obviously when you deal with outside sources, you don't know what the heck is going to work and not. But yeah, Legendary Wings, it worked. Got in the nice little lot. Let's move on. And lastly, Sesame Street, ABC. I had to pick it up because I got to pick them all up. And there's more Sesame Street games, unfortunately, that I'm going to have to find. But yeah, I played this one, and I did not like it, to be honest. It's more memory matching and orderly and grouping and puzzles and all that stuff. And I mean, I get it, but maybe I had the impression that when I put it in, it was going to be something like The Simpsons, where like Bart Simpson is walking down Sesame Street, or I guess Big Bird, and fighting crime and all that stuff, but it wasn't anything like that. It was just more silly, simple games, and that was really it with it. But yeah, so I got 677 games. I picked up 10 in the first episode that I had, and picked up 5 more, so I got about 672 left. This is going to be a long journey, so yeah, I got a few more purchases coming on the way, and yeah, this is going to be a long journey, that's all I can say. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.